Welcome to the Sneaking Into the Movies podcast. I'm Max Nathan.
And I'm Norman Davis. And Max, 2026 is finally upon us. We are here today talking about our biggest takeaways from the big year of 2025. And then we'll be doing a little movie draft, picking the movies we're looking forward to most this year. But first, there's a little something I think you want to tell us about, Max. A little competition, maybe?
Yes, I do. We got a fun little competition this year called the Sneaking Into the Movies Marathon that you, yes, you, can participate in.
Me? Or not?
You. Not you. Not you, not me. That's the only thing. It's a simple monthly challenge to watch movies with prizes to win every month and a grand prize for the winner of the year. Step 1, watch movies. You log movies on Letterboxd and use a tag providing how you watched it for bonus points. You'll get bonus points for watching movies on physical media and in theaters. Step 2, at the end of the month, go to your profile, click diary, and count up all the movies you watched and how you watched them. Step 3, submit your total using the form at the link in our bio. Step 4, win prizes. If you are the winner of this month's Sneaking Into the Movies Marathon, you will win a $10 gift card to the theater of your choice and the chance to make us do an episode on a movie of your choice.
No matter what movie it is, you could pick a good one, you could pick a bad one, just screw with us. We will be talking about it. And yeah, enjoy a trip to the theaters on us.
And that is the Sneaking Into the Movies Marathon. We look forward to running this all year and have fun watching movies.
That's what it's all about, man.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Pretty interesting year for the movies, I'd say. It was our first full year talking about movies start to end. Pretty cool.
True.
Excited for this year. But, as with everything, it's good to look back at your year or whatever you're looking back at and reflect, see what we can do better, what we took away. And we're going to do that with 2025 at the movies. So we got a couple points here I think we're excited to talk about here, Max. I'm just going to get into it unless there's anything else you wanted to say.
Go for it.
All right. Well, Max, my first takeaway, this was the first year since 2008. It's almost 20 years that DC beat Marvel at the box office. That is pretty much the entire time of the superhero craze. It was Superman that won. Superman was the highest grossing superhero movie of last year. I'd say, yeah, it just felt like the biggest one in general. I mean, there was just the most eyes on it. Everyone was talking about it. We both loved it, as y'all know, as we talk about it a little bit too much.
Both part of our top 12s.
Both part of our top 12. Both movies, yeah, we talk about a lot, and we'll probably be talking about a lot more. But, yeah, this was, at least money-wise, not a great year for Marvel, which is interesting because I think their output last year was better than it's been for a while. Captain America, we weren't too crazy about it.
You were higher on it than me, just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd watch it again, though, straight up. But Thunderbolts, we were both huge fans of. It seemed like that was a slam dunk. But it made no money at all, which is unfortunate. I mean, that movie always had an uphill battle. Name that people don't recognize, a bunch of characters people don't recognize. It brought some goodwill back. Then there was Fantastic Four, which is a movie I was very, very high on in my top 12. It got booted by Begonia after. It's up there for me, is what matters.
Yeah.
I loved that movie. I know you weren't crazy about it, but I would say general consensus, it was pretty solid. You could agree on that at least, that most people came out of it pretty happy. It didn't do great either. So, yeah, they are probably not crazy about that over there at Marvel.
No.
It's looking like a much bigger year for them. They got Spider-Man and Avengers. Those are the $2 billion cheat code movies.
Yep.
Regardless of how good they are. But yeah, I don't know, Max. Anything else about this DC kind of beating Marvel thing?
I think it's interesting, especially because of the fact that we've been talking about how James Gunn is taking over DC for the longest time and how, we'll see how this new trajectory goes. But the output has been good so far. I mean, we've had Superman, Peacemaker Season 2, a little bit of a letdown, but Superman was good. Supergirl,
and Creature Commandos, Max.
Creature Commandos was really good. So
I didn't watch it.
It's solid. You should watch it. It's good. But
one day.
Yeah, no, it's interesting going forward because, especially because of the slate that Marvel has coming this year, we're seeing some serious desperation out of them. You got an Avengers movie and a Spider-Man movie coming out. Like you said, those are $2 billion cheat code movies.
Both of them have 1 million characters in them too.
Yeah,
they really want both these to go crazy.
They probably will too. And next year, DC has Supergirl and Clayface, which are a little bit smaller, generally speaking. I mean, in terms of the characters, definitely. Bit. Yeah. We'll see how those go. I have high-ish hopes for both, although that Supergirl trailer was a little underwhelming.
Still crossing my fingers. It's based off of a great book, great director. Looks like a great performance. So we can hope for the best. But yeah, that trailer, they showed that trailer right after the Odyssey when I saw Avatar. And yeah.
So let me ask you the big question everyone's probably wondering. They won the year last year. We agree on that. Does it continue into 2026? Are we going to be saying the same thing, kind of like, oh, they gained ground after last year?
Absolutely not. I mean, like, financially, absolutely not.
Okay. What about culturally, like in terms of the quality of the output?
I think there's a world where both of the Supergirl and Clayface are better than Avengers and Spider-Man. I don't think that's too crazy to say, but culturally, in the sense of how we're all going to be talking again next year, no matter how bad Spider-Man or Avengers are, I mean, those are going to be the ones, you know. Avengers could make $2 billion, you know what I'm saying? I don't see a world where Supergirl crosses $500 million. So
I kind of agree.
It's going to be an uphill battle.
Yeah.
These are the first movies James Gunn didn't direct, you know. So I don't know. This will be a big test year for DC. I don't think they're trying to beat Marvel. I don't really think they ever are, but probably feels good. But yeah, this will kind of be the test year. I think if this year doesn't go well, we go back to Batman, Wonder Woman, which Marvel's kind of doing too. I think after Doomsday, which will be a talk for later, but it's going to be more X-Men, Spider-Man than Shang-Chi and Eternals.
Yes.
Taking less risks on both ends, which is kind of lame, but we'll see.
There's nothing wrong with getting back to basics. I mean,
those
characters, people like those characters, so it's, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool when they take risks, but when they don't pay off, man, they do not pay off. So
no. And yeah, I think the last thing on DC that I want to say is I think no matter what, this is, like you said, not going to be the case. Like we're not going to be continuing the wow, DC's on a heater trend, even if Supergirl and Clayface are really good, because Spider-Man and Avengers are just going to dominate the conversation so much, even if they're like just okay. And I don't really see a world in which those two movies just suck, just like absolute tire fire, terrible movies.
You don't? Okay.
I mean, I'm worried about Doomsday. I'm definitely worried about Doomsday, but I think
I'm more worried about Spider-Man than Doomsday.
I don't know. I'm less worried about I feel like Spider-Man is such a machine. It's just like you put Spider-Man in a movie, it's really hard to make it bad. And you put Tom Holland in that movie doing that performance.
I don't know. I think 3 out of the 4 last live-action Spider-Man movies were bad.
3 out of 4, you're including Andrew Garfield in there?
Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't even love the first Amazing Spider-Man. But yeah, I'm not crazy about the Tom Holland movies. I think generally they look really ugly and have way too much going on, which they are shooting this movie in less than a year, and there are 800 characters in it. So call me a little concerned.
Yeah.
I hope it's good. I love Spider-Man to death, so I'm going to see it no matter what. But yeah, not playing in IMAX, by the way. Did you know that, Max?
I did know that, but yeah, that's weird.
It's weird.
Given the climate of things. I mean, it's coming out about a month after the Odyssey, I believe. But I guess they're just fine with the Odyssey keeping those IMAX screens. I don't know.
I think the Odyssey a month later will be selling more IMAX tickets than Spider-Man.
It's possible. I don't know. But yeah, it's certainly weird. What's your next takeaway from the year, Norman?
My next takeaway is that Gen Z nostalgia is all the talk in Hollywood right now. This was a big year for Gen Z nostalgia. Minecraft is a very Gen Z-esque thing. I mean, I know it's still one of the most played and most purchased games up to this day. I mean, I have little brothers. They play Minecraft. Mm-hmm. Seems like kids forever now will just play Minecraft.
How many times have you bought Minecraft?
Oh, man, don't do this to me. Okay, twice on PC. This is over like 15 years.
Okay.
Twice on PC. I've had it mobilely, so that goes to the cloud to everything.
Yeah.
Had it on the 360, had it on the Xbox One, had it on the Wii U, had it on the PS4. I don't think I ever got Minecraft PS5. I have it on the Switch. I had it on the 3DS. Didn't even count when I said those, but that was a lot.
That was a lot.
How many times do you think you've bought Minecraft?
Yeah, for the record, I have bought it multiple times as well. But I think it's... I definitely had the Pocket Edition. That's probably the one I played the most. That's
and I had
it on
360.
Okay, so you're racking them up.
I'm around
every console you've ever had.
Yes.
So yeah, I think Pocket Edition and PS4 are the only two times I've got it.
Never had it on your laptop or nothing?
Oh, I probably had it on...
There's no way.
I probably had it on some kind of desktop situation at some point.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, probably 2 or 3 times for me. But, yeah, no, point being, very popular video game and an extremely popular movie as well. That movie was one of the biggest movies of the year, one of the biggest successes, is part of Warner Brothers' heater this year, or this past year. And, yeah, you're going to see a lot more pandering towards, if you're around Norman and I's age, which is, kind of the 20s, early to late 20s. The 20s, I guess I should say.
Late 20s?
Yeah, I mean, we're in there. We're in that group. We're in the 20s
we're like
now.
mid-20s, man. We're old, but...
Yeah.
Late 20s is preposterous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think another big one, which this is a kid's movie, and so is Minecraft, so I mean, it's totally hard to say. But like Zootopia 2, I know a ton of people my age who wanted to see it. My sisters really love Zootopia. They went and saw it like on their own.
Movie that came out in 2016. We would have been in middle school.
Very similar to Inside Out 2 last year, where that was one where I wasn't even crazy excited for it, but I just loved that first one so much, and so to me that I wanted to go see the new one.
Yep.
So they know what they're doing. Five Nights at Freddy's. Those movies are doing real well. That is like purely a kind of Gen Z thing. I mean,
yeah, and that second movie, I know you didn't see it, right?
I saw it.
You saw? Oh yeah, you saw. You liked it. You liked it, right?
I had a great time.
Okay,
that's what I'll say.
You went the right way though. I went by myself and sat with a bunch of annoying teenagers, and I was just like, "Fuck."
I went with all of my closest FNAF loving friends, and
that's the way to do it.
Fantastic time checking out old Freddy's. But yeah, like no matter how bad those movies are, I'm probably gonna go see them because like I still love those games back in middle school. So yeah, I'm curious kind of what they'll try to tap into next. The Labubu movie, that's
coming. Paul King, director of Paddington and Wonka.
Labubu movie. Maybe we'll get a Dubai chocolate movie, a 6-7 movie.
6-7 movie's gonna go fucking nuts.
6-7, yeah, we will be there. But yeah, I expect a lot more Gen Z schlockers. Because I saw a funny tweet the other day. They're called like. Have you ever heard of like they're called like the Snorks? They're like underwater Smurfs. Okay,
never heard of this.
Anyway, so there was like this tweet that I guess they're bringing the Snorks back or whatever they're called, and it was just quote tweet. It was like they're running out of stuff to bring back.
we're just running out of everything.
Yeah, I mean Amazon's making a Masters of the Universe movie this year. Like good luck. I don't know. They're gonna be digging through the last 10 years, seeing like, hey, what can we make a movie about?
Yeah. I mean, we are already seeing. You're going to see stuff in our 2026 draft coming up that is part of this trend, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a couple.
Yeah, and sure. You're going to see, in this upcoming year, you're going to see Moana live action and Toy Story 5. Like, those are two things that are definitely pandering towards people like us, who were young when those movies were coming out.
They're making another Coco. They're making another Incredibles. I mean, those are also just like surefire kids movies that will do well.
Yeah,
but it does feel like they're targeting us.
Yeah,
eyebrows raised.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, these Pixar sequels usually come out and they're usually like bare minimum fine.
There's a couple pretty good ones.
Yeah, like Toy Story 4 was pretty. We both liked that a lot. Like that's a pretty good movie. But it doesn't seem like there's too much meat on the bone as far as The Incredibles goes and Coco and I don't know. I'm a little dubious about the whole entire operation here.
Inc.
Yeah, I mean that's one that you could. I feel like. I mean, we got Monsters University, and that's a criminally underrated movie. We both
awesome movie.
Both like that movie. You could do. They have that Disney Plus sequel series, which is like for babies, but.
Do you watch it?
I watched like an episode and then I was like,
baby.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's. I deserve it. I deserve it because it is definitely for babies, and I watched it. So, yeah.
Yeah, we all been there, man. We've all watched some baby stuff.
Let's talk about some anime. Anime seems to be
Max.
Yeah, anime. Anime seems to be the king of the box office in the past year. So, just this past year, we had Chainsaw Man, The Reze Arc, and Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. And these two movies were huge last year. I believe Norman is pulling up some box office on that. But, yeah, two massive, massive movies. Now, this is something that I believe both Norman and I are a little bit on the outside of. I'm not, I was not into Demon Slayer or Chainsaw Man previously, and haven't watched that much anime before. But it's looking like we're both going to have to tap in at some point because these are some of the most popular movies in the United States and globally.
Yeah, I was just going to pull up a stat here. It's not the box office, but on Netflix, anime viewership is outgrowing the rest of Netflix's viewership 10-1. It was like the most watched thing on Netflix last year. Which is crazy. I do really like anime. I've definitely fallen off of it a little bit the lower I've gotten. They don't seem to make movies about. They haven't made a Dragon Ball. I'd go see like a Dragon Ball movie or like Jujutsu Kaisen or something.
That might be. Dragon Ball is probably one of the bigger anime intellectual properties out there. I feel like that movie would make a shitload of money if they did that.
They've done a couple in the past. I saw one in theaters. I think it was 2018.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
there's that shitty live action one that I haven't seen.
Oh Lord,
yeah.
Lord,
have you seen that?
Why would you? Yeah, why would you make me think of that? Yeah, Dragon Ball Evolution. That movie sucks.
Yeah,
but yeah, no anime. It's hot, man. The kids love anime.
Yeah.
I feel like we were right on like the cutting edge of like anime being for nerdy weebs. Before one day it was just cool to watch anime. I don't know when it was. Sometime in high school. See, I used to watch it when it was nerdy for weebs.
Yeah,
and I was like, I got to high school. I was like, oh shit, like we all just be watching anime. I think everyone just realized everyone watches anime, so everyone was hiding it, but everyone's like, you watch Death Note also? You know what I mean?
It's kind of like the same thing with like the superhero stuff. It's
exactly
we all think fucking Spider-Man is cool. Like it's just
let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's like let's get this out there. Yeah, no, who doesn't think Goku's cool? I don't even watch that show, but Goku's cool. So yeah, this is something that we're pretty on the outside of, but we're gonna have to tap in on. Clearly.
I actually didn't like Chainsaw Man. I started it and it wasn't.
Okay, so you did watch that the Reze Arc
a couple episodes
movie? Or the show?
No, the show.
Okay.
And Demon Slayer just never been my cup of tea. It's one I've tried a couple times. Not for me. But yeah, it's cool though. Shout out anime.
Yeah. I think up next, Norman, you've got a proclamation that I think you want to.
Yeah, this is less of a takeaway and more of a just quick. I want to say, never bet against James Cameron again. Every time a movie comes out, I'm hearing it's gonna be the one. This one's not even across $1 billion. No one cares. Avatar 3 is making bank, baby. Yeah, I don't know. Cry haters, I guess. I don't really know what else to say. I just wanted to say that because Avatar 3 has already made over $1 billion, baby.
Yeah. I think
so back.
This is something that you're definitely gonna, kill me for.
You can't pay people to not see these movies, man.
Yeah, this is something you're gonna kill me for immediately. But I think creatively, you might be able to bet on James, bet against him just a little bit after this one, just a teensy bit, because it's the same movie as the last movie, just a little bit.
I liked Marty Supreme.
Yeah, I do love Marty Supreme, and I do love
a little bit of the same movie, a little bit of the same.
It's a little close. I'll give it to you. But I do also like Avatar. I like it. I think it's good. I wish we got some crazy volcano stuff. A little bit more expansion of the fire people, just a little bit more, just some new stuff. I want
greedy, man.
Avatar 4, we're supposedly going to Earth.
That's
I'm all about that. Let's go see what's going on there. All for it. I will be there day one for Avatar 4 and 5 if they make them. And they probably will, because this one's making bank, as you said.
It's Norman. Up to Big Jim. He's not going to let anyone direct him while he's alive, and I don't know if he wants to do it right now. So
James Wan said recently, though, that he wanted to take a crack. What did you think of that?
As someone who actually likes both the Aquaman movies, nah. Yeah. I don't want to see anyone other than Cameron do it. I guess I'd prefer Wan to like Robert Rodriguez or something. That would be bad.
Yeah.
Just because James Cameron and Robert Rodriguez are so close. I'm not just bringing up him for no reason.
Yep.
But James Wan, I don't know, man. I really don't want anyone. I don't think anyone other than Cameron can really give me what I'm looking for.
I agree. I think this is something that clearly comes from him and maybe him alone.
Dude, just saw...
I was going to say, even him, the partnership between him and John Landau, who just, passed away, he was a big part of those movies as well, and he talked about how, he missed having him in the room for 3 and going forward. Yeah. So, we'll see. We'll see what's going on there.
We will see. But that was it. I just wanted to say people love Avatar. Cry haters. But, Max, looks like you got a takeaway from me here.
Yeah, I got a little takeaway here, and it's that A24 making them play at bigger things. We kind of understood A24 to be this, rising star over our youth. It's like A24 just cranking out bangers. These little
A24 directed that movie.
Yeah, yeah, A24 made that movie. That's crazy. But yeah, no. We knew them for making, these small movies that we kind of, the nerds like them, and then, and they grow in popularity over time. And now they seem to be pretty mainstream, and they're spending money like they're pretty mainstream. Just in the last year, or I should say 2 years ago now, but Civil War came out, and Civil War did very well. It was their biggest opening. It was their highest. I think it's still their highest grossing movie of all time. And that did very well for them. And then we had Marty Supreme this past year. They spent a lot of money on that. It's a big movie. And that's doing...
They spent a lot of money on.
What am I missing?
The Smashing Machine.
Right. The Smashing Machine was also part of this endeavor. It's a little bit bigger. It's The Rock, big boxing movie. Didn't do so well, but, you're going to have some swings and misses. Marty Supreme, big movie, making decent money right now. And then, they're hitting the gas going forward as well. We've got some video game adaptations coming from A24, including Alex Garland's Elden Ring.
Oh, no.
I really like Alex Garland, and Norman likes Elden Ring. So,
Elden Ring is like one of the best games ever made. Might be the best game ever made. Maybe not my favorite, but it really is just like the best thing ever. Like if you like Elden Ring, it is like the best thing ever. I love Alex Garland's pen. At least he's won me back with 28 years later. Still not really crazy about anything he's directed in quite some time. So consider me terrified for Elden Ring.
Yeah, I trust in Alex Garland. I've liked everything he's done except for Men, basically. And I even think Men had its... I don't think it's like the tire fire that it was made out to be. It was fine.
I thought that movie was a tire fire.
I understand why, but I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. You know, you're not gonna hit it out of the park every time. But Annihilation, Ex Machina,
fucking, yeah.
What else we got? 28 Years Later. Fucking
Civil War, dumpster fire.
Civil War.
I thought Civil War was awful.
I loved Civil War. What was the other one? Warfare. I liked Warfare. I'm not gonna give Warfare the like knocked out of the park, but Warfare was pretty good and interesting.
I didn't tap in.
I thought it was cool. It was cool in IMAX. I can't picture watching that movie at home because it's like a theater movie. You kind of got to experience that in theaters. Anyways, next take, and this is perhaps the most important take of the last year, or at least the most relevant take from the last year.
Scariest one.
Hit it.
You would say. So, I just got it written here. It says, Netflix is the dumbest fucking company on the planet. Netflix had 2 movies / TV shows they played in theaters, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Between like K-pop Demon Hunters and Stranger Things finale, both made like $30 million in a weekend, which is insane. That is like a lot of money, for pretty much not being marketed at all.
Yep.
Like you never saw a trailer. Like we know because we're nerds, but like it wasn't like you were watching the game and they were like Stranger Things finale in theaters. They were just telling you it's on January 1st.
You just saw it on like fucking Instagram and shit like that.
Yeah. But I think I told you this. I was at the theaters on New Year's Eve rewatching Fire and Ash, and I just could not find parking for the life of me. Like the most crowded I'd ever seen that theater. I was like, damn, like we must have a full house for Avatar. There were like 15 other people in there. They were all there for Stranger Things. The T-shirts, people dressed. There was someone in like a Demogorgon onesie. Crazy. And after that, I was like, oh, cool. You know, maybe Netflix gonna, lock in. And then fast forward, like the next day, I opened my phone and they're like, we're gonna give 11-day theatrical windows is what they said.
17 days, what they said.
17 days theatrical windows
to all Warner Brothers movies.
Literally, like allergic to just making a lot of money, because it contradicts their business model. But yeah, I mean that was the biggest movie news of the entire year, that Netflix is purchasing Warner Brothers. It's not a done deal yet, but they just rejected Paramount for the 8th time, so I don't think Paramount's getting it.
So, can I tell you why I'm a little bit optimistic?
Please do, because I am not.
Okay. What are the 2 things that big corporations like this love to do more than anything?
Make money and donate it to Israel?
Close. I was going to say lie and make a shitload of money.
Okay.
So I think that they are not I don't think that we'll just throw everything on Netflix after 2 weeks. I don't think that's sustainable, because when you consider the fact that Superman made $600 million last summer, you're not going to make that in 2 weeks. That was like over the course of months. And we've seen them do it before. We saw them do it with Knives Out, like Glass Onion. Like they played it in theaters for a little bit. I saw it at AMC, and there were tons of articles that came out after that said like they basically left like $40 million on the table taking this out of theaters as soon as they did.
but they took it out, and I'm sorry to be doom. I hate being doom and gloom, but they have like pretty much never been profitable. This is all public. I mean, I know these companies lie about their numbers, and they're telling us they've never been profitable, so it's probably much worse. But it goes against, like, their shareholders don't even want them to buy Warner Brothers because
it was a shock. It was a shock. The whole thing was a shock. It was supposed to go to Paramount. Like, that was the consensus thinking in the business.
Which, I don't know. No one wanted Warner Brothers to get bought regardless. Paramount does seem like a worse option. They are very incompetent, and they are very, very close with Trump's regime and
it's
all
like,
that.
Yeah, it's
look what they've done to CBS in like a week.
Yeah, it's like Netflix or MAGA and Saudi Arabia. Like, it's those are your two options there.
It's like it's Hitler versus Stalin is what I like to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have literally zero hope they will put movies in theaters for more than 2 weeks. Even if they are leaving hundreds of millions of dollars on the table, it completely goes against their business model. Their whole job as a company is to get people to not go to movie theaters and stay at home. So I think the big tentpole stuff, Batman, Superman, Godzilla, whatever, like that'll go to theaters for a couple weeks, but you're not seeing a Sinners in theaters again. You're not seeing a One Battle After Another in theaters again.
That is worrisome. That is worrisome because they might deem those kinds of movies as too big of a risk. And
Weapons is not like the next Weapons is not coming out in theaters. That's going straight to Netflix.
Yeah, that kind of thing is tough. And it's not like, other companies like Paramount and Universal are going to be able to like pick up the slack there because they're just one studio. They can't just make double the movies they're making. Like, it just doesn't work like that. So we'll see what happens there. I think that the 17-day window for Superman situation that they're kind of like touting, I just don't. I'll believe it when I see it, because that would be such a gross misuse of the asset that they are acquiring right now that it doesn't even seem realistic as a possibility to me. Like how are you going to explain that to your shareholders? Like, from a business standpoint, it's like malpractice. Like, how is that even going to happen?
It's always been. I mean, they've literally, as long as they've made original content, they have been leaving money on the table, and more and
more. But they've never ever made an acquisition this large.
I guess, but I mean, something like The Electric State, that movie most definitely cost more than Superman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they fucked that up, and
The Killer
just kept spending money.
The Killer cost like $20 million less than Superman, which is insane to think about a movie about an assassin.
Yeah.
They spend a ton of money, and I don't know. It's very worrying, but
it is worrying. We'll see. We'll just have to see what happens, and I remain optimistic, but we'll see.
I'm glad one of us is, but what do you say we take a little break and then get into our 2026 draft?
Let's do it.
I had a fun idea from X, and I think he likes it. So we're going to try this out. We're going to do a 2026 movie draft. What we will be doing is taking turns picking from a list of everything coming out this year and, just kind of picking what we're most excited for, rather than just the usual top 10 list. Like,
we're spicing it up this year.
We're spicing it up, We're doing a snake order, which for those of you who don't know, means like someone will get number 1, then someone will get 2 and 3, and someone will get, It's like that. Like, think of it like a snake. It makes more sense when there's more people, but only 2 of us.
I'll keep track of the draft order here in my notebook and the stuff we've selected here. So to decide who goes first, we're going to be flipping a coin here, and I have a little Indian rupee here because I'm Mr. Worldwide like that.
There you go. That's cool. I was going to use an app.
Norman, would you like to call heads or tails?
I will take heads.
Flip it on camera so you can see this.
All right. I'm going to trust you here.
It is heads. You have the number 1 pick.
So I'm the number 1 pick of the 2026 Sneaking Into the Movies film draft.
What?
All right. I'm just going to get right into it then.
Yep.
There's a clear number one pick. All of these players have been playing great, fantastically, but I would be a complete and total idiot not to go with Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
I thought you would do that
spot. Yeah. What is there to say about Christopher Nolan? He's the guy who makes the really, really good movies that people go see because he makes really good movies. Mm-hmm. It just feels like a no-brainer for me. If I had to pick any movie on here that was going to be incredible, fantastic. This is the follow-up to Oppenheimer, which I think is his best movie, and it's maybe one of the best movies ever made. I don't think it's too crazy to say that. Definitely one of the best this decade. I haven't seen anything even close to it, other than maybe like One Battle or something like that.
Interesting. I didn't know you liked Oppenheimer that much.
It really blew me away. I'm weird. I think Christopher Nolan's last couple movies are his best ones.
Meaning, like back to Dunkirk? Is that like
Dunkirk, Tenet?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I love Batman and all that, but yeah, I just think his movies have been kind of just getting better and better. The Odyssey is like a tale as old as time. Mm-hmm. We all read it in high school. I mean, the cast, what can you even say? Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, John Burt, everyone's in this movie. Robert Pattinson, Zendaya. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, and we've already gotten a couple quick looks. They played a little something for Jurassic World. They played something bigger before Avatar. And yeah, this just looks like the coolest movie. I don't think there's any movie this year that has less of a good chance of being good than The Odyssey, if that made sense.
I would agree with that. And Norman,
would that have been your number one pick, Max? I'm curious.
So believe it or not,
I won't do this for everything, but
believe it or not, it was not number one on the list. And I knew you were going to take it number one, so I was kind of hoping to get the number two pick, because now I have these two picks here. And I am going to take my number one on the list at number two, and that is going to be Dune Part 3.
Okay.
And that is the third installment in the Dune franchise. We got Timmy coming back with the shaved head. We got Robert Pattinson in this one. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be good. We don't know much other than that. I haven't read Dune Messiah, which this movie is probably going to be based on. Norman has. So Norman has the inside scoop on that. I don't want to read the book before the movie. I will read the book, though. But yeah, no, I love these movies. We both thought, was Dune Part 2 both our number one of the year in that year? Probably.
I had it at like 4 or 5.
Okay, you had it at 4 or 5. I had it at 1, definitely.
I'm a Furiosa guy myself, but
that movie's also cool as shit. But there were so many times in Dune 2 where I was just looking at my brother going like, this is the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Like when it turns into the black and white shit and they got the black sun and the cinema. So that's why I'm going to take Dune Part 3 at number 2
That
here.
probably would have been my next pick. That was a great pick, Max.
Okay, and then, so I have a difficult situation here. There are 2 movies here that I would pick. Okay, and it's going to be tough.
Don't say both of them. Because
I'm not going to say both of them. But there's 2 here that I'm really wrestling with. Okay? And I'm going to take the one that I fear you're going to take sooner, and probably the one I want more. The one I think is going to be a better movie. Maybe not as big of a, it doesn't have as much cachet as the other one I'm thinking of, but I got to have it. I'm going to take Resident Evil.
That wasn't mine. Earlier when we were prepping this, Max and I were talking about there's a movie that we're both going to go after. That was the movie. It wasn't quite my next pick, so I'm glad. But
okay,
that's a fantastic pick. Yeah. Do you want to tell us why you picked Resident Evil, Max?
So I picked Resident Evil not because I'm a fan of the games. I haven't really played them, although I do want to tap in there before the movie comes out. This is Zach Krieger's follow-up to Weapons. Zach Krieger is probably top 3 favorite filmmakers for me. I love his work. I love Barbarian more than anything. I love Weapons. I think this guy has the juice and the sauce. Resident Evil. He said that this is, people have kind of leveled the criticism of like, you did Barbarian and Weapons, now you're going to go do this IP slop with Sony. But he is kind of maintaining the position that like, This is a totally original thing that is in the world of Resident Evil, and it's really cool, and he loves it. He's mentioned that it's kind of like the Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. And Austin Abrams is starring in it. Zach Cherry is going to be in it from Severance. Everything Paul Walter Hauser. Everything he's saying is like perfect. Great stuff. Really excited for this. I think this is going to be really good, and I wanted to have it. So, and I knew you would take it. I knew this was going to be somewhat high on your list, and I wanted it.
Yeah,
so I'm going to go with that.
I've been a big fan of both the Craigers movies. Not nearly as much as you. But yeah, Resident Evil, that is like one of the best game series. I replay them like pretty much every other year. I'm on my replay right now. 9 comes out in about a month and a half, so I'm over the moon. I'm more excited for that GTA, man. Like I'm about this Resident Evil shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a fantastic pick. I totally would have picked it pretty soon.
What are you gonna go with next?
You didn't take my second pick, which I'm happy about.
Okay.
That's going to be Digger.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Alejandro Inarritu's next movie, if I said that right.
Yep.
It is starring the one and only Tom freaking Cruise, baby. There was a short teaser for this, like the teaser there is. Just Tom Cruise hopping around doing some weird stuff. That is more than enough for me, man. I love Tom Cruise. He's that guy. I love everything he does, and this seems like it's going to be pretty different compared to the last kind of 15 or 20 years, where kind of just done the Mission Impossible. Jack Ryan or Jack Reacher.
He did Jack Reacher. Yeah.
Yeah. But this just seems out there. It's about like the world's smartest man trying to fix humanity or something. Just heard nothing but crazy things, and I think this is gonna be fantastic. Maybe this will be Cruise's Oscar time. Yeah, I can't wait for this. Yeah, we don't really know too much right now, but it is piquing my interest, and I have a pretty good feeling it's gonna be pretty damn good.
I am also excited for it. A little bit worried, a little worried, a little bit, because we haven't seen Cruise do this, flex this muscle in a long time. I haven't seen a lot of Iñárritu's best movies, so I'm not really familiar with his game.
Zero doubt in my mind on the Cruise front, but
okay,
it's very. He made The Revenant and I'm not crazy about Birdman, but I think The Revenant is fantastic.
He did Amores Perros, right? Like I think he did that movie. That movie was good. I watched that.
That movie was
college.
Good. Yeah.
But yeah, what's your next pick gonna be? You got the next pick in this snake.
It's not coming out till the end of next year.
Okay.
But Robert Eggers is back.
Okay. Yeah, I knew back. That was the one that I was talking about before the show.
Oh, okay, really? Yeah. But yeah, he's back with Werewolf, not werewolf. Werewolf. Nosferatu was fantastic. The Lighthouse is probably one of my favorite movies. As with The Witch, I love The Northman. This guy cannot miss. I'm over the moon excited for Werewolf. I kind of didn't hit me that it was coming out this year until yesterday when we were talking about it. But yeah, I think it's going to be fantastic. A lot of the same people he worked on with Nosferatu, which is always cool to see. I mean, Defoe's back. Lily Rose Depp is back. Aaron Taylor Johnson.
It's like the whole Nosferatu crew.
It's the whole Nosferatu crew, yeah. So I'm excited, yeah. I mean, I think this is going to bang. This is going to be a fun Christmas movie, kind of like Nosferatu was. Not your typical kind of Christmas movie. But yeah, that's Werewolf, man.
Yeah, it's a great pick. That was the one before the show that I was talking about where I was like, I feel like you're going to take that really high. But yeah, I would have also taken it kind of pretty high as well. But I got to tell you, Norman, I'm shocked that this movie is still available for me to take. And for that reason, I'm going to have to do the Chud pick and take Avengers Doomsday, man. Like, I got to do it. I mean, this movie we've been talking about for such a long time. It's going to have all the characters in it. It's going to be maybe good. We'll see. Robert Downey Jr. is Dr. Doom. We got a whole slate of episodes surrounding this movie coming out as well. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, Avengers Doomsday, I think, at worst, is going to be solid. I think that, Robert Downey Jr. coming back gives it a level of, quality. And I think the Russos, say what you want about the Russos, they make really good Marvel movies.
They
like
do.
I'm we're both huge critics of the Russo brothers, and yet we still can't knock the Marvel movies, really. I mean, we can knock how they look. They don't look the best all the time. Maybe with exception to Infinity War. That movie, I turned that on the other day. I was like, this looks pretty good. Endgame, not so much. They make really good Marvel movies. What can I say? Like, I don't really know what to tell you. Like, I think this movie's going to be solid. I've gone all the way around.
I am terrified. I love Robert Downey Jr. I still just hate him as Doom. No matter how much cool Aura Farming does in those trailers, it's just not right, man. It's just not right. But yeah, I would have picked this probably in my next two.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can take the first Chud pick, Max.
Yep.
I got some Chud picks that I know you're not gonna pick. So.
I'm happy to take the first Chud pick.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna loop back around a little bit. I'm gonna take a Chud pick, and I'm gonna take a bit of an artsy fartsy pick here, I guess. This was actually ranked. I've actually got my top 3 now, and I'm gonna take my 4. Okay, that's right. The Odyssey was 5th.
You freak. You are more excited for Avengers Doomsday than the Odyssey.
I had it higher on the list because my reasoning is I know that the Odyssey is going to be great. I know exactly what I'm getting there. There's a little bit more curiosity around these other movies for me, just in terms of like the ceiling and floor for Doomsday are so far apart. That movie could be really good or like the worst thing ever. We don't know. I'm curious. I'm excited. What can I say?
I'm with you, but over the Odyssey's nuts.
My 4th movie on my big board and my 1, 2, 3 and my 4th pick here is going to be I Love Boosters. This is Boots Riley's new movie. He directed Sorry to Bother You in 2018. It's been a long time since he's made a movie. This follows a group of shoplifters who take aim at a cutthroat fashion maven. That's pretty much all we know about it. That's a synopsis. This movie's got an insane cast, Norman. Do you know who's on this cast?
Give me a read. I do, but let our viewers know.
Keke Palmer, Lakeith Stanfield, Naomi Ackie, Demi Moore, Taylor Page, Will Poulter, and Eiza Gonzalez. This is loaded. This cast is loaded. All people I love. And Sorry to Bother You, I also really, really liked. Really excited for this movie. And I'm happy to take it with my 4th pick. Norman.
Good pick. That's a good pick.
What are you taking next?
I'm taking next. I'm going to take Godzilla Minus Zero.
That was
it.
High on my list.
We officially know it's coming out this year. I was a total, complete idiot. I did not see Godzilla Minus One in theaters.
What the fuck?
I know. It was a weird time of year for me. I'll just say that. And I didn't get to the movies for it. But when I finally watched it at home, I was so mad at myself. I don't think I've ever been more upset about missing a movie in theaters. Because, it was beyond fantastic.
It's fucking awesome.
Godzilla Minus One. Yeah, it was awesome. Just totally reinvent new Godzilla stuff. We get the Warner Brothers movies, which we have fun with. I will say
those are the Chud Godzilla movies.
They're the Chud Godzilla movies. Yeah, but we get the artsy fartsy one back this year. There's no doubt in my mind this will be incredible, and I will be seeing it in theaters this time. Maybe they'll re-release Minus One, something cool like that. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. I can't lie.
That is valid.
Take or nothing.
That's the first time you've stolen one of my picks. Like, I would have picked that next. So
I see.
Good on you for that. Would have really wanted that.
But yeah, next one. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm pretty sold on everything I'm hearing. The trailer just didn't really do it for me. We talked about this.
Okay.
Project Hail Mary.
Okay.
Just seems like it should be really good. Apparently the book, I haven't read the book. Apparently the book is great. Lord and Miller, who have made some of the best movies of the last 10, 15 years, usually in the pop culture realm, but the Lego movie, they worked on Spider-Verse, they made the Jump Street movies, which are like the funniest movies ever. I mean, what can you really say about them? So yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, the trailer didn't really do it for me, but
it didn't do it for me either.
Greg Fraser is shooting it. Ryan Gosling starring in it. Sandra Fuller's in it, right? That's her name.
Yep, from Anatomy of a Fall.
From Anatomy of a Fall and Zone of Interest. She's a fantastic actress.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm hoping for the best. I'm excited for this one. Looks neat. Yeah, I know it wasn't as high up. I don't know. Or maybe I don't. But I feel like it wasn't too high up for you.
I don't even know if I wrote it down. I did not. But there's reason to be excited for it. I see it. I just didn't see it in that trailer really put me off.
Yeah.
So I have my 5th pick here.
Yep.
And I have a couple of movies I could go with here. There's a couple of movies I'm looking at, but I think I'm going to do it again. This is half Chud, half art house. I'm going to go with Greta Gerwig's Narnia. I'm not a fan of the Narnia books, like I'm not, or the old movies.
It, man.
Yeah, I'm not a Narnia guy at all. I've never read the books. I've never seen the movies, but I'm a big fan of Greta Gerwig and her movies. I just rewatched Little Women in theaters, a month ago, I think. And that movie's amazing. And I think Barbie's pretty good too. And she just makes good movies. So I have no reason to believe that this is not going to be cool. So
I agree. I'm in the same boat where I think she makes fantastic movies. But I'm just not a Narnia guy. So that's all you, man. That's a good pick, though. That's a good. I'm not crazy about it. That's a great pick.
I'm willing to become a Narnia guy. It's more of a. This is a kind of a raw prospect situation. I'm waiting for it to develop. So
no, for sure, I get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Narnia, and then I have another pick coming around on the snake, and I am gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Hoppers here. That is the new Pixar movie coming out in March.
You son of a bitch.
It is the only original Pixar movie coming out next year, and maybe for the next forever. So, yeah, I'm really excited for it. There's a trailer out right now. It looks really cool and funny and good, and I'm really excited for it. Hopefully, it makes some money if it's good. Little dubious about that right now, but looks cool and good and funny. So, I'm going to take Hoppers right now.
All right, fair enough, man. Fair enough. I was getting closer to Hoppers on my list. You know what? I'm gonna knock out my 2 Chud picks right now. I think.
Okay.
At least for now. Actually, no. Scratch that. This is not a Chud pick. I'm taking Disclosure Day. New Spielberg. Kind of same situation as Project Hail Mary. Trailer didn't rock my world. It's a Steven Spielberg movie though, with aliens and Emily Blunt and Josh O'Connor and Colin Firth.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. Like I said, trailer didn't totally do it for me. It looked beautiful. Spielberg back in his bag, though. I can't let that one slide.
No.
I don't know how close you were to picking that one up, but
I was pretty. I knew I was going to let you have that one. The trailer really put me off. Still love Big Steve. Like, Jaws right there. E.T. right there. He is Mr. Movies. So the movie's probably going to be good. Even though the trailer I thought looked genuinely bad, like it really put me off. Like I was really concerned after that trailer. You can't go wrong taking a Steven Spielberg movie in the year 2026. So yeah, good pick.
And this next one, I really don't want to take it right now, but I have a feeling it's going to be in your next 2.
Okay.
So I'll take my first Chud pick. Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
Okay. Yeah.
Were you going for that?
Almost. We were getting there.
I could have waited. You're not going to take the next one I want, though. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
But yeah, Spider-Man: Brand New Day. New Spider-Man movie. Woohoo! Spider-Man's my guy. He's everyone's guy. What can you really say about Spider-Man? Not crazy about the John Watts trilogy. All in all, I like Homecoming. I think the other 2 suck. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, there's a new director. We're getting some John Berthel. I love John Berthel as the Punisher. I think it's so cool he's in this. cool set photos, that natural, or not natural, but I guess that using the rope to swing and all that looks so cool.
The set photos are elite.
Yeah. There's a big chance this movie sucks. Just gonna say, or at least for me, I don't know. But yeah, it's Spider-Man. It's at the worst, I think it'll be a good time. There's a lot of weird but cool stuff. You know, we're getting the Hulk back, the Angry Hulk. It's been a while. So yeah, we'll see. Spider-Man Brand New Day though. Couldn't let it slide back to you. I need a Chud movie in here as well.
Yeah. Yeah, especially to get those poll numbers up, you gotta take
get
one.
Those poll numbers up. So,
I'm gonna take.
We're on your 7th pick, right?
We're on the 7th pick. Yeah, Spider-Man was your 7th pick. I'm going for my 7th pick right now. And I'm gonna. Okay, so now we're getting into the real, kind of smaller movies of the year. I feel like we kind of taken all of the big ones off the board. Well, there's a couple of big ones that are probably not going to be very good, but I assume will get taken in this draft. But later. So I'm gonna go with a movie that's coming out next week. I'm gonna go with The Bone Temple here.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I knew I shouldn't have waited. Ugh, I should have taken that instead of stupid ass Spider-Man.
Yeah. I think that, I was not as big of a fan of 28 Years Later as you were, but I liked it. I thought it was really good. But I think that these trailers have been even better than the already awesome trailers for 28 Years Later. And I think that this mix of Danny Boyle producing, Alex Garland writing, Nia DaCosta directing, it sounds like a pretty cool mixture. I'm excited to see what happens. 28 Years Later was obviously Alex Garland writing, Danny Boyle directing. So we're switching it up a little bit. We're switching up the formula. Nia DaCosta previously directed the Candyman remake, which I did not think really stuck the landing, but was pretty visually
I loved it.
Impressive.
I don't know why I loved it. I mean, I think it's a good movie.
I loved it. I thought it looked awesome. And I think The Marvels is really underrated and good. She got a little bit of a raw deal on that movie. They kind of threw her under the bus for that movie's performance at the box office.
Yeah, super.
And it's a good movie. I will stand for The Marvels. That's a solid Marvel movie. But I think this looks really, really good. It's all the stuff that I liked the most from 28 Years Later, multiplied times 10 was what it looks like. So I'm going to go with that.
You did it on purpose.
I knew that might piss you off.
I should have taken Resident Evil *1. That would have pissed you off.
That would have pissed me off. That would have. I thought you might do it too. I was like, he's been talking about the Odyssey a lot, but I don't know. These Resident Evil games mean a lot to him. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bone Temple there, and then I have another pick. What kind of damage can I do with this? I'm gonna go with another small-ish movie. Yeah, it's actually a pretty small movie. But I'm going to go with The Backrooms here. This is Kane Parsons' directorial debut based on his YouTube series called The Backrooms. Look it up on YouTube if you haven't seen it. These are some really interesting, Norman's got something to say. Norman, chime in.
Gen Z nostalgia. We didn't talk about it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sure, this is part of that.
Gen Z thing.
It's a very Gen Z thing. So if you've seen this on YouTube, you probably know what I'm talking about. But this is a really cool set of YouTube shorts in which a guy sort of like clips through reality like a video game and ends up in this kind of like office building type place with like no windows or doors. And it's just infinite. And it's a really effective YouTube video. Now this guy is younger than us making this movie. So imagine that.
He shot it on his summer break of high school or something crazy like that. Yeah.
Look at us. But anyway, Kane Parsons, shout out to Kane Parsons making an A24 movie. This stars Chiwetel Ejiofor and Renate Rensive from The Worst Person in the World. Big-ish names attached as well. I I think these YouTube shorts are really cool. Same vein as kind of like Skinamarink, which we also liked. It's about like these liminal spaces in the mind and in the buildings that we create. So I think this movie I think it's going to be solid, and I'm betting on it. So I am taking The Back Rooms with my 8th pick. So yeah, that leaves your 8th pick.
This is my 8th pick. All right. I'm going to go with a little smaller movie. I wouldn't call it indie or nothing, but, I'm picking a lot of these big movies. Give me Mother Mary.
Okay. All right.
Mother Mary. This is David Lowery, who did... He's done a lot of stuff, but mainly the last couple years did The Green Knight, which I just thought was beyond exceptional.
Yep.
I love that movie. I saw it like 3 times in theaters. I've watched it probably 5 or 6 times since. Great movie. He did Peter Pan in between. Didn't watch that. Just gonna be honest. Love you, David, but not for me. But yeah, he's back making an original movie, starring the Queen, Anne Hathaway. We love Anne Hathaway. Hunter Schafer's in this. Great trailer. I just think it's a pretty solid bit. This is gonna be a pretty.
Michaela Cole. Michaela Cole
is also in this. Yeah. Very cool. I'm really looking forward to this one. I think it's gonna be cool. It's gonna look nice. It's gonna sound nice. Mother Mary.
I agree. I would have picked this.
Yeah. Now here's one I know Max isn't gonna pick. I think it's gonna be a really good movie though, Max.
All right.
I'm taking Toy Story 5, man.
Yeah, that was not on the list.
I know that wasn't on the list. You already stole Hoppers. Whoa.
Yeah.
But yeah, Toy Story 5. The toys haven't done me wrong yet. That's how I'm feeling about Toy Story 5.
True.
Was 4 unnecessary? Sure. Is 5 even more unnecessary? Absolutely. But like I said, I love these guys, Those first 3 are timeless. The 4 came around, and everyone was like, oh, they're making it. I love the 4th one. I think it's awesome.
I think it's really good.
Duck and Bunny, Forky is an icon, you know what I'm saying?
It's the funniest Toy Story movie.
It's hilarious. It is like laugh out loud hilarious. I just know I'm going to have a great time with this. It's about iPad kids, which I think is a cool idea. Because kids don't really play with toys anymore. I think that's an interesting... It warrants another Toy Story for me, at least. It's not just something else about the toys getting lost or something.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It's trying to say something very relevant and modern. Maybe it'll get some more kids to put down the iPads, but the kids will be in the movie theater with their iPads watching something else and not paying attention to this movie.
Yeah.
So we will see. But yeah, Toy Story 5, it's going to be a lock for me.
I didn't have it on the list, but your reasoning is sound. The toys have not let us down.
That's what everyone who's saying, like, why are we getting another one? 4 was awesome.
Yeah, they're good movies. So, I see it.
Random question, is Shrek coming out this year?
I believe it is. We didn't have it on the list.
Well, you don't even have it on, okay.
Okay, wait. Check. Do a quick check there to see if it's coming out.
Talk about your next picks.
I probably wouldn't pick it.
No, 2027.
2027, okay.
I wouldn't pick it either, I'm going to be honest. It's stupid. Me, I don't know. Not my thing. But yeah, Toy Story 5, that's going to be my pick number 9. Right? Yeah, okay.
You're at 9. I got 2 picks here coming up. I'm going to take a couple of movies here. I'm going to take one that I know is going to piss you off. Flowervale Street. This is David Robert Mitchell's movie.
That's all you, buddy.
Okay. All right. So this is about a family in the 80s, and they start to notice bizarre happenings in their neighborhood. That is the official synopsis of the movie, and there's dinosaur bones on the poster, and there's rumors about dinosaurs being part of the plot in the movie
too.
I did not know that. That is
or
interesting as well.
Or it was supposed to be at some point. Maybe it's not anymore. But this is supposed to be a big movie.
Yeah. So this is the guy that directed Under the Silver Lake, which Norman and I are both fans of. And this stars Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor. I think this movie's going to be good. And as Norman said, the Queen, Anne Hathaway, we will be there. So Flowervale Street. Very excited for that. My next pick is going to be a movie that you probably were not going to take, which is Let's see. I'm going to take... How to Make a Killing, which is the Glenn Powell movie.
That's all you, buddy.
Yeah, I knew you weren't going to take that. I was waiting as long as I could not to take that, but because I knew you weren't going to take it. But I think it looks really good, and I like Glenn Powell. I like Margaret Qualley, and I thought Emily the Criminal was pretty good. That's John Ford Patton's last movie. I believe that's his name that's directing that movie. Looks like it's shot on film. Pretty good looking movie. And I am excited for it. So I'm going to take How to Make a Killing at 10. Norman, what is your 10?
I'm glad, man. I think that movie looks awful.
Yeah.
But anyways, for number 10, this is like top 5 for me of the year now. But I knew you wouldn't take it, so I've been waiting. It's going to be Jackass 5.
Jackass 5.
Bar for bar, one of the most consistently entertaining movie franchises ever. Just straight up. There's not a bad one of these. 1, 2, and 3 are awesome. They came back with 4 a couple years ago. That was like one of, if not the best theater experiences of my life. A packed house of people all there to see Jackass. And everyone was dying. It was the most fun I've had in a movie theater probably ever. I love these guys. You know, the old guys coming back. A lot of new faces. Yeah, give me Jackass 5, man. I'm there. Day 1 and day 2. I'm going to see it twice. I know you're not too familiar with Jackass, so.
Yeah, I am not. But I'm open to, being into it. I just haven't seen any of them.
They're all on Paramount. They're fun times. They're gross and a lot of oohs and ahs, but it's a great time, really.
Okay. You got a next pick here. We're going to need to speed it up a little bit in these last couple rounds.
Last few. This one I'm not too sure about, but give me The Bride. Why not?
Okay, good pick.
The Bride. Yeah. Jessie Buckley is her name, right?
Yep.
Yeah. She's great in Hamnet. Not that movie's not for me, but good for her. Christian Bale is back. This is an IMAX movie. This is Maggie Gyllenhaal. Her Lost Daughter I thought was great. I know everyone wasn't too crazy about it, but I'm excited for this. It seems cool. It seems different. We need cool and different. So, and The Bride of Frankenstein, the original one, is one of the best movies ever made. Point blank. Period. So, yeah. Give me The Bride.
Okay, you got it. I've got 2 picks coming up here. I'm gonna take something you maybe thought was not even on my list. I'm gonna take Wuthering Heights. I'm betting on movie stars. I'm betting on Charlie XCX. I'm betting on the fact that Emerald Fennell's movies always look good, and that is all. I will not be talking about this movie any further.
We'll see have fun taking that, man.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. That's a big time gamble for me, but we're gonna put it on the list, nonetheless. And the next movie I'm gonna take is gonna be The Drama, which is Christopher Borgly's follow-up to Dream Scenario. This stars Robert Pattinson and Zendaya. The trailer just came out, and yeah, those are the 2 movies that I'm taking there. Norman, you've got your 12th pick coming up.
My 12th pick. Give me... Where is it? Give me Remain. M. Night Shyamalan's next movie. Yeah.
I should have taken that.
Yeah, give me Remain. We've had a little bit of a Shyamalan renaissance, if you will, at least for me. I thought Cabin in the Woods was great.
Knock at the Cabin.
Knock at the Cabin. I thought Knock at the Cabin was great. I thought it was really good. And I thought Trap was even better. I had the best time watching Trap. So yeah, give me Remain. He's back, baby. Let's do this. And for my next pick.
That actually, to hold on Remain stars Jake Gyllenhaal, and I don't know if you knew this, but it's being co-written by Nicholas Sparks, who is the best-selling author behind The Notebook. And it's supposedly a little romantic.
Give me that Shyamalan romance, man. Yep. I'm there. For my next pick, a movie. Give me Evil Dead Burn.
Okay.
Evil Dead. Don't miss. New filmmaker. That's okay. That's how all these Evil Dead movies go. But yeah, guaranteed great time at the movie. I think. Yep. I hope. I guess I should say. But yeah, give me Evil Dead Burn.
I am gonna take.
So these are your last 2 picks, right? Are you
no, I have 3 picks left.
Okay.
I have 13, 14, 15. Okay. Yeah. You have 2. I have 3. I'm gonna take Clayface. This is the DC movie. We've talked about it before.
Yeah. Yeah. Next.
So next, I'm gonna take Hokum, which is this weird little neon distributed Adam Scott horror movie that has a trailer that's insane. Let's try that out.
Fuck it, Hokum.
That's what I'm gonna go with. Norman, what are your last 2 picks?
My last 2 picks, this would have been a lot higher before that first trailer. I'm going to go with Supergirl. I totally forgot it fell this far until you said Clayface. I'm going to be honest.
Yep.
But I'm hoping for the best. Like I already said, it's based on a great book. It's got a great director. It's got a great lead. Give me Supergirl, man. And this will be my last pick, right?
Yep.
You know what? I'm going to pick a weird one here. Let's go Michael. Give me Michael Jackson.
Holy shit.
Yeah, give me Michael, baby. Greatest to ever do it. Michael Jackson. This could be a mess, or it could be the most beautiful movie ever made in the history and solve all of our problems. I love Michael Jackson. This is music. Straight up. So give me Michael, man. Give me Michael. That'll be my last pick of our draft here.
Okay. I am going to take The Devil Wears Prada 2. And that's going to be my last pick.
Fair enough.
Not much to say about it.
For itself. Yeah.
It's going to be The Devil Wears Prada 2. So that was our 2026 draft. We're going to have a poll up on Instagram that you can vote on to decide who won. We're going to revisit it at the end of the year to see who won. And thank you for listening to the Sneaking Into the Movies podcast once again. Bye-bye.
We'll see y'all next week for the Bone Temple.